Hello everybody, my name is Gavin Thomas and I did my project on Argentina. So a little bit about Argentina. It's located in South America, right next to Chile. And actually it's shaped like an inverted triangle if you look at it. Argentina actually owns a little bit of Antarctica, which I didn't know. That's pretty cool. It's the world's 8th largest country. They have great sources of valuable minerals like copper, lead, zinc, and iron. And they have a wide variety of platforms like plains, deserts, tundras, forests, mountains, rivers, and oceans. They speak Spanish mainly, but it's not the same Spanish that they speak in countries like Spain. But they also have Italian, German, English, and French. And many Argentinians are bilingual or multilingual. The Argentinian Constitution guarantees freedom, so like the United States, the Declaration of Independence. The Roman Catholicism acts as the official state religion, but Islam is taking place in the past decade. It's becoming more common. Argentina is a collectivistic culture that they don't focus on themselves. They're there for the family and the tradition. And we'll highlight a little bit of mealtime interaction, a little bit into the presentation. But their team sports are basketball, rugby, soccer, and field hockey. I got a picture of Messi and Ginobili here for representation of their country. And law and order is governed by the people, so they're a people collectivistic culture. Argentinians are direct in their confrontation style. They're blunt and they remain tact and diplomatic, and that they can remain diplomatic. They are warm and their undeservedness brings forth their passion and sentimentality. They're very close communicators and will even stand close to you and touch you on your shoulder when they're speaking directly to you if they trust you. The meeting etiquette. In business, greetings are formal. Elders are the most important at those meetings, so they'll be greeted first and on that standard. Standard handshakes with direct eye contact and smile, so like the United States. Maintaining eye contact shows interest. When leaving, say goodbye to each person individually. This is interesting because sometimes we as a people just leave as a group and we don't say goodbye to people individually. Gift giving is common in Argentina's common practice. When invited to a dinner, bring a small gift for a hostess, so like wine, chocolate, flowers, that kind of thing. Gifts are opened immediately as they are given. Sometimes United States, they wait till after everyone leaves to open, but these are given directly. Dining etiquette, dress well. Men should wear a jacket and a tie. Women should wear a skirt or blouse. Arrive 30 to 45 minutes later than the invitation time, because you don't want to arrive right when they're making everything, and that's usually at the last second. Telephone your host the day before to confirm that you are still coming and that everything's still going. Dining etiquette, time orientation. Argentina measures their business performance based on short-term basis, so like quarterly basis, monthly, daily, weekly goals, kind of like the United States. On the country comparison, they rank, United States and Argentina rank very similar. They focus on quick results. Indulgences are often common because of this. They just want to spend because we're getting money quickly, and we think more short term too as well. And time is very honored in their country. Business etiquette. Appointments should be made 1 to 2 weeks in advance and should come from email or telephone. It's just proper to direct communication earlier rather than the day before. Avoid January and February because this is their vacation in the middle of July, which many Argentinians go skiing. And the 2 weeks before and after Christmas, I didn't know that. You shouldn't direct contact Argentinians around that time because they're mainly with their family and cultures. The way their culture works, they don't want to be bothered. They want to focus on the people that are important to them in their lives at that time. So from a business standpoint. Arrive on time for meetings, although the person you're meeting may not. In some bureaucratic meetings, the longer you keep someone waiting, the more important they are to you. So if you keep someone waiting, that could show that you really care for them. I thought that was cool. Don't immediately talk business. Usually decisions won't be made in first time meetings. It'll usually take a long-term process, and people have to, it has to go through a process to eventually get finalized. Relationships and communication. They're a relationship-driven culture. It's important to build networks and use them, so things like LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, those things are important to stay in touch with people like that. But also like message, iMessage and stuff like that, FaceTime, Zoom. If a favor is done for you, then eventually a repay will be expected. I've noticed this with the teammates on my team. I'll do something for them and they'll do something for me in return. It's kind of like that. That's kind of how our relationship works. They look for friends and family for assistance, and important to show respect to those in authority, whether or not they like them or not. What to wear in a business setting. Business attire is formal and conservative. Men should wear dark colored suits. Women should wear elegant business suits or dresses. Good quality accessories are important for both sexes as well. Jewelry and watches and things like that. Business cards. Business cards are handed out without formal ritual, so they're very common in this culture. One side translated into Spanish and one and maybe English. So have your business cards facing the Spanish side first when giving it to someone, because that's the common language in Argentina. Business negotiation. So when you're negotiating with Argentinians, they expect to deal with people on the same status as they are. So they don't want to speak to someone who is of a lower level and who can't make a final decision. They want to speak to someone that can talk to and meet on the same level. And decisions are often require many levels of approval. So it's not going to be directed that way. It's not going to be. It's going to take time to make the decision. Last thing, foreign investment restrictions. They have a lot of restrictions and taxes on their state right now. This is their president, Alberto Fernandez. He's currently in office. But things like aviation, like foreigners not being able to hold the majority of the shares is affecting foreign policy, or is affecting foreigners from investing in things in Argentina. Things like broadcasting and land as well. Agents are needed for programs like utilities, insurances, and banking, so that makes everything a lot tougher on their economy. And tariffs are being imposed on exported and imported goods as well, so that makes it tougher to trade with Argentina and makes their life more difficult with foreign affairs. And that is my presentation. Thank you for your time.